So it was a big risk, but it worked. It worked. I met Alice when she applied for a position in the embryology course at the MBL. She was already working on these snails.
Some people might be a little bit disgusted. There is a lot of mucus involved. They live in water and they eat salad. So usually we just go to the grocery store and buy salad for them.
And the reason why she was working on these snails in Modena was because they are an invasive species and they were eating all the lettuce fields in Italy. So the European Union wants to get rid of all these snails. And so her job as a PhD student was to find a way to destroy the blood cells of the snails such that they would be decimated and eliminated from the fields. And before she left back to Modena, at the end of the course, I asked her, hey Alice, can you go back to the university and amputate some parts of these snails and then see if they regenerate? So she went back, did the amputations. She wrote me to tell me that these things were actually regenerating. It was very exciting. And so here was the challenge, right? Well, do we study this or do we just chalk it up to here's another example of regeneration? Technology was moving at such a fast pace that I think that the technology was going to catch up to the biological challenge. So I told Alice, why don't you consider, coming to Kansas City and let's give it a shot. Let's try to transform this system into a genetic, tractable model organism. Very risky because we have zero guarantee of having this succeed.
There are actually several labs that are interested in Apple Snail, but mainly on their invasive species aspect.
And I think the reason why it took us perhaps 2 years longer than that should have taken is because that's how long it took us to get the permits to be able to bring this invasive species into the laboratory. And in very short order, we were able to culture the embryos outside of their eggs. We're able to inject those embryos to introduce foreign genetic material. We found a way to edit their genome and produce lines.
I'm one of very few labs that took the snails in the lab and really tried to develop it as a new system for the regeneration, molecular, cellular biology field.
That's how it happened.
And I hope that my work will really bring Apple Snails in many more labs.